So I'm at the Savers today, and I'm gonna go in there, and I have this 20% off coupon that I got for donating stuff a few moments ago. And so I'm gonna go into Savers. This place, Savers, any thrift store in California, is pretty overpriced as it is. I don't really find that much stuff in the Savers. I find more stuff at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross than I do in the Savers. And sometimes I find better things there at the other stores, but sometimes I do find good stuff. Like I found a snowboard like a few months ago, paid about $15, actually two of them for $15, and I sold them for like $60 a piece or more. And so I'm definitely gonna go in there and see what I can find in there. Sometimes I luck out and I find good stuff, but most of the time it's just a waste of my time. Depends where you live. Sometimes your thrift stores are better, sometimes they suck, so I'm gonna go in there. Okay, so the first section I look at is the video games section. And the video games, as you can see, are priced $4.99. I don't really see that many good video games, but I am curious about this Cranium Kabuki game. So I put it in my cart and I continue looking at the video games to see if there's any other video games that are of value. So I keep looking and I keep looking. Look at the second shelf, and then I scan this thing with the app, and I see that it's not worth anything, so I just put it back. And then I move on to the next section. The next section I go to is the DVD VCR section. There's really not much in this section in terms of DVDs and VCRs. There's DVD player, $9.99, probably not that much. 5-disc changer, probably not that much. They used to go for more money, but not as much as they used to. Some keyboards and some printers. The thing I'm holding in my hand is a Star Wars plug-and-play. You can see it right there. I'm going to put it in my cart. And then I look at some other stuff. Just really not much stuff I'm interested in. The keyboards involve a lot of cleaning, so I'm really not interested in those. I usually just want to buy those new and in the box, because it's a pain in the butt to clean them. Some more keyboards, a printer, some more printers, a few fans there, and that's pretty much it. Then I go over to the electronics section. Usually you find a lot of different variety of cords. Sometimes I find the AV cables for the VCR players. I'm really not seeing that much here. There's some stuff that's like headphones, probably just generic stuff. Stuff that's not of any value. Just regular cords if people need them. And some like chargers. Some stuff that's used. I'm really looking for sometimes I find new in the package stuff there. And if I missed anything, just let me know in the comment section if there's anything of value that you saw that I missed. I was just browsing to look for things that are new and sealed. Some razor knee pads, probably not worth much. Some golf balls, used golf balls, tennis balls, a few kitty baseball bats,
softballs, Braves ball, not really probably worth much. I like to look for sometimes there may be a major league ball that you find at the ballparks. Those are really worth money. Tennis rackets too. I didn't really see any tennis rackets of value. Looking at them, just some exercise stuff there. Here, just a bunch of junk tennis rackets. I'm sorry that I'm like not really finding anything. It's kind of disappointing. There's really not that much in there. Sometimes there's some good tennis rackets once in a while that I find. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this section. Tennis rackets once in a while that I find. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this section. Board right here. They used to go for good money, but really not anymore. They're really just good for a paperweight, big old paperweight. So you're really not going to get much for them anymore. Used to make a whole lot of money with Wii boards and game bundles years ago. I took a look at this Wilson Crushing Power Racquetball rackets. As you can see, the price is $5.99, which is kind of pricey. And I took a look at it on eBay. I didn't really see anything. You won't probably get more than $12 if at best, plus shipping. I also looked at this racket as well as a head racket. They want $4.99 for it. I didn't really see any value of the rackets, so I put that one back as well. I took a look at this Star Wars Clone Wars plug-and-play video game, and I looked at it on eBay, and it was selling for $11.99 free shipping. They wanted $5.99 at Sabre, so no meat on the bones. Be losing money there. So I decided to put that back. There was another one going for $30.39, but it had another accessory. I see a glove. It's really not worth anything, and I'm moving on. Going back to that Star Wars Clone Wars plug-and-play device, I decided to look at it when I was editing this video on Amazon to see what it goes for on Amazon. It looks like it was going for a used $21.74 with no FBA. The thing with that is that I've had stuff like Frozen, like a Play-Doh Frozen that I've sent into Amazon. I was approved to sell it, but then they say you can't sell it because it's Frozen related. I was thinking the same thing along the line with Star Wars, that if I send Star Wars thing, even though I'm approved to sell it, they may reject it and say you can't sell it because it's Star Wars, even though it says I can sell it right there. So that's something to think about. And also possibly any inauthentic claims or possibly any cleaning I would have to do. I usually like to avoid buying stuff at thrift stores to sell on Amazon because you don't really have a receipt to back it up. You usually just have a generic item at the thrift store receipt, and so you really can't back yourself up when you get an authentic claim. So that's something to think about when you're buying stuff to sell online on Amazon at thrift stores. The next section I go to is the toy section. And there's a lot of used toys, but I'm sure there's some valuable toys there. There's this book called Top Secret Toys by Raking Profit that I bought a few months ago, and I still need to go through it. So I'm sure there's some valuable toys. Just let me know if you see any. There's also this Power Rangers new and sealed toy that I found on the shelf, but it looks kind of banged up, so I decided to pass on it for Amazon FBA. Next, I check out the board games to see if I can find any new and sealed board games, but a lot of them are open board games, so I'm just going through the shelves and see what board games there are. Now, I'm sure there's some board games that are good if they're sold used, but I don't want to deal with the hassle of going through them, especially puzzles and counting all the pieces and counting all the other pieces in the other board games, so I typically just focus on the new games, the new and sealed games, because I know I'm going to get everything there is in that board game. There's quite a bit of other games too that may be profitable if you sell them used and they're complete. So not much there. I came across this Roxette CD when I was looking through the CD section, and I checked it out on Amazon. It's selling for $17.90, $11 after fees. It's good money, but it was a high rank in music, so I decided to pass on it. I was thinking that it would be valuable because the lead singer, Marie Fredriksson, died like a month ago, and so I think that any artist that has just passed away, their stuff would go up in value. So it was a good thing I checked that out, so I decided to put it back, unfortunately, because of the rank. I came across a curling iron, and I checked it out on Amazon. They wanted $9.99 for it at Savers. I checked it out on Amazon, and it was going for $20.23 after fees. However, it was a 2.5-star rating, so that means returns and possible negative feedback. So I decided to pass on it and put it back on the shelf. One of the last items I came across at the Savers was this zero germ toothbrush sanitizer, and it was going for about $18 to $19 on eBay. I was a little hesitant to buy it. It was $3.99, so I decided just to buy it because that was the only item I was going to buy at the thrift store. So I put it in the cart and just bought it.
Okay, so I'm back from the Savers. I only found one item, this zero germ toothbrush thing, and there wasn't really much in there. As I show you in the video, there were a few things that I had to pass on, like that curling iron. Doesn't seem like this, like mixed. Some sell for less money. I'd probably break even, and I could sell on Amazon, but of course the ratings are pretty bad, like 2.5 star, and probably result in return or negative feedback, which Amazon has not lately been removing product reviews on seller feedback, which is ridiculous. So I want to be careful what I buy, because of course their argument is say, well, the customer's experience is, so it's based on the customer experience. Of course, we got to suffer for it. So anyways, I also saw this Roxette CD. It was a 400-something thousand rank, which is pretty high for CDs. I was looking at it because the lead singer passed away like maybe a month ago. So usually when people die, artists die, their things go up in value. Another thing today, Kobe Bryant passed away last night. Rest in peace to him. Yesterday in a helicopter accident. And today, I live in LA, so there were newspapers, and I got a couple of newspapers, and I listed them and sold them for about $16 each. And one of them went to internationally, and one went locally around here. So they were $2.75 a piece. So I made about like $6 after shipping and fees on those. Some people say it's not right to make money off of somebody who's died. I mean, somebody who's made millions and millions of dollars. I mean, $15 is not that much money compared to $1 million he's made over his lifetime. And his family's enjoying it too. I mean, of course, they're going to miss him, and it's a sad situation. But of course, it's great for us to be here, to be able to find those newspapers for people who can't buy them here. Because what is he going to do? Come fly over here and pay that hundreds of dollars and fly over here to get a $2.75 newspaper? I mean, come on. They could pay like $15 and have it shipped to him in maybe the UK or maybe Japan or Asia. So anyways, I want to thank you for watching this video. Hope you had a good time watching it and learned something from it. Please subscribe to my channel to watch future videos, and hope you have a great day.